Hello and happy Friday. It is another Flip It Friday here with Beth Myers of Arrival Coaching. I am a Law of Attraction Empowerment Mentor, Coach, and Speaker. And thank you for joining in today live or watching the replay for Flip It Friday, where we flip upside down the lyrics to different songs that are connected to the empowerment word that I've chosen for the week. This week's word happens to be the word hope, and it is connected with the song Hope by Natasha Bedingfield. So I see that there is an audience building, and if you are on the live feed today, please say hello. And feel free to type in your questions, comments, join in on the conversation about the lyrics. I find music so lovely to take in and feel the energy, not just of the music itself, but really going deeper with the lyrics. Hi Nada, I just saw you pop across the screen there. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here today. And if you're just joining in today for the first time live, this is an interactive opportunity on Fridays for about 20 minutes to be able to take lyrics to a little different level of meaning as you hear songs and feel the energy of the music. So, hi Nada. Hi, thank you for saying hi, beautiful Beth, and you are beautiful and sweet as well, and thanks for joining in today. I'm so happy that you're here. For those of you that are just joining in, I'm Beth Myers, Law of Attraction Empowerment Coach, Mentor, and Speaker, and we are diving into the lyrics of Natasha Bedingfield's song, Hope, today. So if you have not signed up for Musical Musings, which arrives in your inbox on Wednesdays, on my Facebook page, Arrival Coaching, you will find Musical Musings sign up, and you will receive the email that has the lyrics and also my takeaways from the lyrics, and has the post from Music Monday, which I post on Arrival Coaching's Facebook page as well. So that's where we're going to start today. We are doing A to Z throughout the year, and we are on the letter H today for hope. Hi Susan, so glad that you are here today. Yay! Let's get this party started. So we are diving into the lyrics for the song Hope by Natasha Bedingfield, and I really like the premise behind her song that she wrote, because it has to do with bringing more attention to women and their mental health, and especially providing hope for people when they're maybe having a mental health challenge, or helping us know what we can do to assist people that may be in need of more hope. So in watching, I always love to, as I listen to songs, I love the videos that get connected with those songs as well, because I really think that they can add value and meaning to the lyrics of that song. Hello, Kim. So glad you're joining under Arrival Coaching today. And if you're just joining in, please feel free to say hello. If you'd just like to watch the show live, that's great. So glad that you're here. And we are just diving into the lyrics. So if you have your guide in front of you, feel free to type in your comments, questions, to dive into these lyrics a little bit deeper. The thing that I get from this song is that hope is something that is so important. It's a very high vibrational feeling. And when we are feeling hopeful, we're sending out that energy that is like from a radio tower, that we're transmitting this energy out there into the universe, not only from ourselves, but to other people. And as I was saying before, I think one of the things that is really important to remember is that others can pick up on our energy as we are transmitting energy out into the universe. So it's really important when somebody is having a really terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, or is experiencing some really tough times, some things that are just not going so well, and in need of that hope, we can provide that. we can help bring them to a different space and a different energy field just by our being there. So as I read the lyrics of the song, I also noticed that it really kind of is talking about not just the person that is maybe feeling really low, maybe feeling depressed, maybe feeling sad, maybe feeling very fearful. All of those are lower vibrational feelings. And when someone is in that energy state, things have to happen to shift, to move out of that emotion. All emotions are so important. And when we allow ourselves to feel every single emotion, including those feelings of despair and sadness, when we can work to shift those feelings after we've acknowledged what it is, then we can move to a different space. My coach and I were coaching earlier today, and one of the takeaways that she shared with me that she saw just recently, which was really something that made me ponder more where I am in this moment in time, and that allowing is receiving. And I really took that in, and I still want to ponder it some more, because when we can allow any feeling to come in and not cut it off as, oh, I don't want to feel sad, or I don't want to feel upset, that we rob ourselves of receiving something more in our lives. And we don't know what that might be. That's, I see myself as a very hopeful person. But there are times when that hope goes to fear, despair, sadness. And knowing that we are deliberate, powerful creators, and we always have the choice to decide what we're going to feel and if we're going to stay stuck there. One of the things that I put out there on the Flip It Friday event page this week was a poll that asked, what do you do when you're in need of hope? And it had different choices, and you could actually add your own choice of something that you do. So if you haven't seen that, take a look at that and add to it. Feel free to add to that conversation, because there are always things that we can do to move ourselves out of that lower vibrational feeling after we acknowledge that that is a gift to have that feeling in that moment. It's trying to communicate something with us. It's not one of those things to sweep it away and put it somewhere where we can't experience that, because our feelings are really our emotional guidance system. I like to think of it as our EGS instead of a GPS like we use on our phones and in our cars. And Susan is saying life is a choice. You're exactly right. Life is a choice, and how we choose to feel in each and every moment, and whether we choose to stay in that hope-filled vibrational feeling, or whether we are getting stuck in that hopeless or feeling of despair and sadness and depression, that's a choice. And yes, it is difficult sometimes to move out of that space, and that's where we need to count on others and that hope of other people helping us move through that. And that's where I see this song as not just about the person that's experiencing uncomfortable feelings, but what we can do as support people, friends, family, co-workers, anybody that you love and care about, even a stranger, what you can bring to them in that moment that you look in their eye and you smile, or you say hello, you open that door. When you are in that hopeful, positive, vibrational feeling, it spreads. This morning I heard my mentor and teacher, Christy Whitman, talk about how important it is as a coach to see people through the eyes of possibility. And I loved that, because seeing someone through the eyes of possibility is something I've done my entire career with children and families and staff, to help them get a glimmer of what I see as the possibility that they have. And so, a job of a coach is not to try and fix somebody or to get them to fix their thoughts. That's their job. That's their choice. But I can provide what I see for them based on their gifts, their talents, their strengths of being the unique, wonderful person that they are. And so seeing through the eyes of possibility, that's a takeaway I had for today, and I want to share with you today as well. Susan's saying, I love that feelings are our emotional guidance system. Yeah. I've been saying EGS recently, or EPS, excuse me, emotional, or EGS, excuse me, emotional guidance system, as opposed to a GPS. And Susan's saying yes. So, obviously that's resonating. It's something that a lot of times we don't think about. When people are having a really rough time, just by providing that optimism, that better feeling thought, flipping the perspective around to looking at something a little bit differently as you're listening to somebody talk about what they're experiencing that may be very uncomfortable. That's something that we have the ability to do as a listener, as a friend, as a family member, as a coach. Nada says, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. Audrey Hepburn. Oh, Nada, I love it. And that is one of the things that I wanted to share today. So I'm so glad that you brought that up, because it is so important to remember that we think of things as impossible. When you think of the deepest, darkest experiences and times that you might have had emotionally, and how sometimes it just felt like things were just impossible and there was no way out. There wasn't a way to fix that, it didn't seem like. And then being able to recognize that in the impossible is the word I'm possible. And that it is possible to keep moving forward. It is possible to continue your life and pave your path. We can't change anything that anybody else has done or bring somebody else along and change them or fix them. We can only put out there and make those choices for ourselves. Hi, Sue. I see that you've joined. Thanks so much for being with us today. And Nada saying, love the synchronicity, dear friend. You know what? You're exactly right. We have such great synchronicity and similar thoughts and such. And I love that with you, my friend, as well, Nada. So it sounds like there is this desire to remember that choice is very important. We've talked about that a little bit earlier. The importance of shifting your energy or helping to shift someone else's energy that you may be around that is having a really, really tough time. And we can do that with our own presence, being in the moment with that person, listening to them, what they have to share and what their experience might be. But if they're in a really low vibrational dark place, remember that you can help bring forward that hope by keeping that eye of possibility that things can be better, and that there is, when they don't have that hope, you help provide that hope by helping to flip things a little bit differently, or saying, hey, let's take a walk. Let's move out of this space. Let's take a walk. Just sometimes shifting the energy in your body. It is beautiful here in Maryland right now, 70 degrees, which was not what you would expect at the end of February. So we're having this unseasonably warm weather, and my hope for this season was that we would have a very mild winter. And I've been so excited that that has been the case here more recently and throughout the winter. So it makes me feel really hopeful about spring coming and getting excited about some of the things I've been thinking about. And yesterday there was some low moments that I experienced, and I was encouraged by a friend to get up, get in the shower, take a shower, and then later I took 2 walks. And it was just delightful. And it helped me bring more energy and beauty to the work that I was doing. I was able to be more playful with it, with my friends that I work with, and being able to just feel more joyful in the moment. And it was an amazing reminder that we always have that power to shift and change what we're doing, the energy we're bringing to an experience. Some things happened this morning that were not in the plan, that were not what was I was expecting to occur today. And I have kept that as to it's all going to be okay. Keeping that hopeful mindset and trust that everything is okay because the universe supports me. I know that I'm not in this alone, that I have people that I can talk to, that love me, that care about me, and most of all, I love myself. And I care about myself and how I am showing up each and every moment. So do you all have some comments or questions that you might have from the lyrics or a portion of the lyrics that you wanted to dive a little bit deeper into? I'm going to just check my notes here and see if there's anything else that I am thinking wants to be brought forward today. Oh, thank you, Susan. I love you too. You know, the Beatles song kind of comes to mind, with a little help from your friends. That is always so important, knowing who those people are that support you, that love you, that can encourage you and provide that hope and not drag you down when you're having a rough time. Oh, and Susan's saying, no matter how dark it may become, don't stop your light from shining on. I love it, Susan. Such synchronicity that you and I have as well, because in my coaching session this morning, what came out is shine on. Shine on and shine my light, and keep finding opportunities and ways for me to share my light with others as I continue to take in and enjoy other people's light. So I love that you just brought that forward, because that is what the song talks about. It talks about not dimming your light, not keeping it, not playing small around others, or not feeling like you don't have anything to contribute, or it's all lost because some tragic event has occurred. It isn't. Keep that hope. And know that there are people who love and support you, and there are many coaches out there who would love to assist you, and or therapists or psychologists or whoever you choose to access some help from. And I love the fact that coaching is about focusing on the eyes of possibility. It's holding forward that vision of what the person desires and wants, and helping them get there. You know, sometimes therapy is focused on, you have to have a mental health diagnosis, and that means there's something that has to be fixed. And I love that coaching is all about being able to help somebody move forward with those eyes of possibility. And I've gone to therapy myself many times, have experienced coaching, have experienced a combination of coaching and therapy, and it's wonderful, and you find what you need to support you in the moment. But one of the things that I love to be able to do for others is to show that connection between what you desire and help you get there by holding that vision for you. I see that there's a couple more comments here. Sue is saying, sometimes the only thing you have is hope. Things aren't always in your control. Sorrow can overcome our souls at times, and we need a shoulder to lean on. So very, very true, Sue. Yeah, and it's being able to have the courage to reach out and say, I need some help. I'd like some help. Hey, can I talk to you? Reaching out, you know, allowing people to reach out to us, and receiving that. You know, the statement that I said earlier about allowing is receiving. When we allow ourselves to trust, we allow people to assist us, it's being open to receiving what that person has to share with us, or what we have, what we can take in. And there's nothing wrong with receiving the gifts that others have to share with us. Susan says, you're rocking it, Beth. You inspire me every day. Thank you so much. One of the things recently, I had a client who wanted to grow. It wasn't that there was anything that was going on in her life that was a bad thing or that needed fixing. She was already seeking some other assistance, but just really wanted to grow in a different way. And we started out with a discovery session. We then moved to the next level. It's not the thrive. I'm trying to think of the empowerment level of being able to really step more into ways to continue to grow, to shift and grow. And that's really what asking for help from others allows you to do, is to hold a space and a container for you to be able to grow into what it is that you desire for yourself. So I don't see that there are any other comments or questions at the moment. So we're going to wrap things up for today. I do this every Friday at noon Eastern Time, and you can find me at www.arrival.coaching.com. Excuse me, I said that wrong. Arrivalcoaching.com and Arrival Coaching Facebook page. And there are lots of different opportunities that I have coming up in the near future that will be putting out there some different resources. Every Thursday's Thrive Thursday, resources to help you thrive in your life, because my motto is Journey to Thrive, not just survive, and to assist people in being able to get up and grow, to be true and be you. And thank you, Sue. Love you too. And I just wish for each of you to have that hope, continue putting forward those possibilities for yourself and taking action. When you're in that low vibrational feeling, being able to take an action, do something different, to move you out of that space. So I look forward to joining in with you again for another conversation. You all are so welcome. If you didn't get to watch live, catch the replays each and every week. And I hope that each of you have a fabulous Friday and a wonder-filled weekend. And until next week, love to all of you.